Hello, this is months after I've actually built my PC, but I'm just now putting it together because I'm lazy. So enjoy my first ever PC build. Here is the classic taking off of the filament, I guess you can call. This is when I first got my case and I unboxed it and tried to make a satisfying peel video. So enjoy this section of it. This is me taking apart pretty much all the boxes, like the fan, the graphics card. Here it is. Very fancy, very nice. This is the processor, the RAM, and then that was the terabyte SSD that I bought. This is the power source, the power device. By the way, when I said I was new to this stuff, I mean brand new. I don't know anything other than how to use and play a PC. And this section here is me checking out the motherboard. This was a very good opportunity for me to learn, so I'm glad I actually did it. Anybody else who's intimidated, pause for a second. Here's the motherboard. Very fancy, very nice. Yep. Back to what I was saying. Anyone who's intimidated like I was buying all these PC parts, and the only thing you know about them is that they're compatible and they're good, don't be intimidated. It's pretty much all plug and play. I was the same way. I was I don't know what I'm doing. I had to watch so many YouTube videos, a lot of help from my brother who's built his first PC before I did. But it's not as scary as it looks. The only scary part for me was the whole processor. But even then, they make it almost hard for you to fail. So really, there's nothing to be scared of. And once you've built your first PC, it's a lot easier to understand how your computer works, how everything, functions, if it doesn't turn on at first. A lot of the times, if you've built your PC and it doesn't turn on, your motherboard will have a set of lights, and those set of lights will tell you exactly what's wrong. That's what it did for me. Mine wasn't turning on, and what I did was I unplugged my RAM, plugged one in, turned it on, and it functioned properly, so I knew it was a RAM issue. Turns out, I didn't have my RAM plugged in all the way, so I fixed that, and it worked just fine from there. Continuing on, this is me taking apart my case, basically, and this was the hard drive bracket, I guess you could call it. I ended up taking it out eventually later in the build because I had no space for it. This is me placing in the motherboard with all the screws and parts that it came with. This is me examining the manual to try to figure out, I can't remember exactly what it was in this section that I was confused on, but I'm pretty sure it's related to how the processor and cooler mounts, because it came with a latch mount, I think it's called. And I was confused about that. I didn't know it came with extra stuff, but... And this is my big scary part, is placing in the processor. Here you can see I make sure I am double checking where that little corner piece was. I set it in, and I'm being very careful so I don't damage or break anything. You don't have to be as careful as I was, but it never hurts to be more careful or cautious. And here I flipped the little bar down. Sorry you can't see it, but boom, it's in. And now I was like, if you see me looking up, I'm watching the TV because I put my YouTube video that I was following along with on the TV. Here I'm starting to unpackage the RAM and get ready to put that in. And this is kind of scary for me too, because sometimes when you put it in, it makes a crunch noise, and I was a little bit afraid of that, because it would suck to buy all this material and then have something break. But it was all in. I didn't push it all the way in, which I figured out later on, but it worked. Here you see me unscrewing the little portions for the terabyte SSD. That is basically your speed stick hard drive, which you can pull games on and off very quickly. And I'm so glad I bought that. Amazing investment. Highly recommend.
gonna buy a mic and mixer soon, just to have like good audio.
I'm fine with my headset. Although every once in a while I have to replug it in.
What do you do?
I hate that metal grinding noise. If you can't tell, also this is the part where I got my brother's help. Like, he was guiding me through how to do what, because I was confused.
I was like, unclench your jaw. Unclench your jaw right now. And I was like,
yeah, dude, I get those all the time. It's like if you unclench your jaw and you straighten out your forehead and then like untension up your shoulders, you're like relaxed.
I'm gonna put that in too.
You're retarded.
It's gonna let them have an exorcist. It's gonna be funny.
You mean exercise?
Please,
You're welcome for that, by the way.
The demon of sloth. Exercise that demon. No, please.
I like how in Full Metal Alchemist, Sloth is like the biggest fucker ever, because all he does is move shit.
It's funny that he's called sloth and they're like the most active one too.
Well, yeah.
So I was stupid and I forgot to put the metal bracket that clicks into the motherboard, and this is what you see me doing here. I'm just clicking it right in.
They should line up perfect. You know, dude, I hate how people talk like, my reaction to this news, you know what I mean? Why do people talk like that? Your cable management is good so far, proud of you.
I don't think you can fuck up anything that doesn't have cables. That was pre-made.
And then this is the fan section. This was also a pain in the butt because my brother was refusing to help me physically at all. He was just going to walk me through it, which is fine because in the end it worked out to my benefit. But it was a pain in the butt trying to, like, hold the fans while screwing them in because I don't have forearms. It would have made a lot easier if I did.
Oh my god.
So let's just get the fans on. Pretty fancy total.
Enough.
Well, okay, 1, 2, 3 are new ones. These are the collector boys, so these ones. How many stock ones do you have? 2? 2. 5? That's fine. Keep it right here. Here.
Let's keep ours. Like that. Okay, so
Let's mount this motherfucker.
figure out which screws go where.
Oh, come on, dude.
Sound like a teacher. Place 1, 2, 3, 4.
You don't need 4 of that.
What the fuck's wrong with this one? Oh, there's 4 there. I just can't count. So they were
They
screwed.
mounted the long one.
They were screwed from the inside.
There you go. It looks cleaner.
Wait, hold on. He hasn't mounted
It doesn't matter, honestly.
from the inside. Hold up. Will it be able to close?
What?
If we have it right here.
What do you mean close?
Like me putting the front face. Pull that. Hold this. Alright, come on.
To move on to the next step. So please skip over to the following time step. Alright, so you decided to install the radiator on the top of your case. The best configuration. You have to tighten screws from the front. This part is really difficult and it's pretty hard to do by yourself. So if you can find someone to hold
So he has
it for you,
fans on the inside.
And then the radiator goes through all the way through.
Once all the fans are hooked up to the radiator,
You see
you're ready to move on to the next step. So please skip
So
over
we're
to the
doing
following
it
time
wrong.
step. Alright, so you decided to
Wait, really?
And then he set up another set of fans. Ignore that. Ignore that setup. He did it like this. He had it screwed through, and then he had a
Why don't you want to do it like that?
radiator setup here. However, if I can remove this, there we go. I can fit the radiator right there. Yeah, that should work. I'm gonna need my long screws. Get the fuck out of my way.
I might just go Super Saiyan. I'm crazy bitch, see it in my veins.
Did this bad boy come with screws?
Father, stretch my hand.
And this is the power source section. This was also a pretty big pain because there's a lot of thick wires and cording. I recommend that if you have the foresight to buy better cords down the line, you definitely do. Because there's some cords that have a way better coating and it'll save you so much time. And here it is, basically. Here is my setup. I got a nice, clean, magenta kind of looking color to it. And I'll show you what it looks like when it turns on. So you can customize these lights. I customized the graphics card lights, the cooler lights, the RAM, everything. So this is the final look. So once again, I highly recommend building your own PC if you haven't yourself. It's very good for understanding how computer parts work. And if you want to get into IT down the line, it also very much helps because if something doesn't work, you troubleshoot it yourself and you figure it out. thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want something similar to this. If you liked it at all. If you didn't like it, any feedback helps. Please, literally any feedback. So thank you for watching and putting up with my terrible editing. And yeah, that's all I got.